guys, welcome back. I am Jason Salyer, and today I want to see if it's possible to turn my Wazoo buff here into a tourniquet. Accidents happen, man. Let's say I'm, out here. I'm a fairly experienced guy with a knife. I'm out here working. I slip, I fall. Accidents like that happen all the time, and I cut myself really badly, and I can't stop bleeding with just direct pressure. I might need to do something a little bit more drastic, like apply a tourniquet. Look what we found. Some treasure. Sometimes we get stuff washed downstream after the creek floods its banks. Nice. It's a good looking chair. One of the problems with using an improvised tourniquet like this buff is finding the toggle, the windlass. You can't just pick up any rotten twig on the ground and expect that to work. It's not gonna. It's probably gonna break because there's quite a bit of force being applied to it. So, I'm looking around here, even in the state of mind that I'm in here, very clear. I'm not panicked. I'm not bleeding profusely out of my arm. It's going to take me a second to find something that's going to work. Am I going to be able to cut a green branch off of a tree in a really, really short period of time in order to make that happen? And that's, probably not. Maybe I could grab something like this and maybe this branch would work. Maybe that's strong enough, but probably not. That's pretty flimsy. You might be able to get something like that to work, but probably not. So there, in and of itself, is a huge flaw, and that's just another reason why you should just carry a designated tourniquet on your person. But something I could use that's in my pocket is my Leatherman, my multi-tool. I could probably use it like this, or maybe open it up in this kind of configuration and get that to work pretty well, but we're about to find out. A buff like this is a super handy thing to have on you. I've taken to carry it pretty much all the time. I wear it around my neck, keeps my neck warm, pull it up over my nose to keep my face out of the wind and keep my lips from getting chapped. In the summertime, you can dip it in the creek, get it wet, put it around your neck, and it'll keep you nice and cool, like a swamp cooler. It's just really a fantastic thing. You can use it as a bandage because it is an absorbent piece of cloth. It's pretty stretchy, which is nice. It can be used as kind of an oven mitt, take something hot off the fire. That works really good too. And just kind of a multi-purpose piece of cloth. And this is the tracking buff from Wazoo, and it'll help you identify various footprints and tracks of animals that might happen to be in your area. And also, one cool thing about the buff is these two O's right here serve kind of a cool purpose. I don't know if you can see that, but it gives me, hopefully I've got it lined up right, it gives me eyes in the back of my head. So one of the tactics, if you're in kind of big cat territory, is that cats like to attack from behind where you can't see them. But if you've got eyes in the back of your head, it might eliminate some issues. Farmers in India and in places where you got tigers and stuff like that, definitely they put masks on the back of their head to prevent that from happening. So kind of a cool feature. All right, using my Wazoo buff and my multi-tool, can I stop the flow of blood to an extremity like an arm? It is big enough. I could get this around my leg. I've got kind of scrawny legs, I guess, so it's not too hard, but I can get that around my leg as well. But again, it's really difficult to do this by yourself with an improvised tourniquet. With a ready-to-go real tourniquet, it's not nearly as difficult to do this to yourself. But let's see if we can make this happen with just on the spot. I'm bleeding badly out of this arm. I don't have much use of it. Let's see if I can make this blood flow stop. So I just put the buff around my arm, and I've stuck my multi-tool in through the opening, and I'm just going to start twisting. I've got it up as high as I can get it into my armpit and still have access to it. Yeah, that's working. Oh, It's not so much the tightness, it's the pinching of the skin. That's really fun. It's working. I can feel the loss of blood in my arm already. One thing that's going to make this a little bit tricky, though, a wider tourniquet is definitely better, but this is working. Oh, that feels terrible. There it goes. So now we got it tight enough. Oh. Now, one of the tricks is going to be able to hold this in place. Hopefully, if you're still conscious and coherent enough, you can keep this in place and hold it. You know, a designated tourniquet has a locking mechanism that's going to keep that windlass from coming undone. But if I can manage to hold this here, would check my pulse. Yeah, I can't feel it. Well, yeah, pushing the skin turns white. Doesn't really turn back to its normal color like it should. Oh, tingly and numb. Yeah, it does work. If I was in a real bad spot, I had cut myself and by myself, could I stop the flow of blood when, you know, just direct pressure and elevation didn't work? Yeah, this would definitely work. Does it suck? Yes, absolutely. Oh, it sucks. But, you know, if you're gonna die from major blood loss, it's definitely worth doing. And that's just one more reason why I think having a piece of cloth like this, doesn't have to be a buff like this one from Wazoo, but it could be really any buff, and it could be, you know, a bandana would work as well. The thing with a bandana is you've got to tie it. You've got to tie it in a knot. The good thing about a bandana is you can, if you're using it on somebody else, you can tie it in a certain way where it will hold the windlass in place, which is good. But when you're by yourself, that's not really an option. You're not gonna be able to tie knots and cloth and things like that with just one hand under extreme duress like you would be if you were bleeding really badly. But anyway, all right guys, so thanks so much for watching. Make sure you leave us a comment. Tell me what you think about this. Is it a tactic that is practical? Is it, you know, carrying a tourniquet is kind of a pain in the neck. They're kind of bulky and not very comfortable to put in your pockets. I get that. But really we probably should pretty much always have one on us, because they're just really, really effective at saving a life. And of, you know, all of the major, you know, if you come across something such as major hemorrhaging from a limb, whether it be a leg or an arm, a tourniquet can save somebody's life, but it has to be applied really, really quickly. You can't screw around much with improvised methods such as this. Will it work? Absolutely. I think it's a great idea. And if you're not willing to carry a tourniquet on your person, maybe you are willing to carry something like this buff. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hit that thumbs up, and we'll see you on the next one.